What is up, guys? Python here, back with another video, and it's the day after a brutal loss for the Rangers, a 7-3 loss last night out. And I decided to sit down and talk, just as a therapeutic kind of thing for both you, the viewer, and myself, because last night was just absolutely abysmal. Does this mean that the Rangers are going to be trash the rest of the season and the season's written off and they're going to be, failing all season long? No, that's not what that means. It's just that you're not going to win them all, but last night was truly an embarrassment, no matter which way you put it. Yes, the Rangers did come off a back-to-back in a different time zone. Yes, the Rangers did have a goalie making their NHL debut. Both things were true, but at the end of the day, you got to show up a bit during this one. And the Rangers, except 6 minutes in the first period, were just outright embarrassing the entire game. So they gotta pick it up here and they gotta get going. But I believe in the team. I think that they're going to respond against Buffalo. Is it going to be an absolute spanking? Who knows? That's what we hope for. I think they could respond that way, but I'm feeling confident going into the next one that they're going to go out and win the game, because you have Georgiev back in net. You have a day off right now. Get yourself together. And also you have Gallant behind the bench. And I refuse to believe that he is going to accept a loss like that. And then the next game out, they perform like that. If they lose, sure, they might lose. I should have said, will they lose? Sure, maybe they will lose, but will it be as sloppy as last time out? I do not think so. Maybe with a David Quinn team, which we allude to numerous times here, yeah, maybe they give another terrible performance next time out, but I don't see any way they go out and play the way that they just did against the Avalanche last night. There also were some things about last night's game that I really didn't get to go in depth about because I was just so mentally drained. You spend 60 minutes watching that terrible hockey game. It takes a lot out of you, and it was just draining. No matter what, I don't want to hear you can't just expect to win every time out. No matter what, if you watch every minute of that game and you're truly dedicated to this team, a 7-3 loss is going to hurt you, no matter if the team's underperforming or the team is playing red hot, and then the winning streak ends due to that. Your first loss is a 7-3 loss after a win streak. No matter which way you put it, it's embarrassing. So, yeah, there were some things that I wanted to go over, like I said, with last night's game, just because I couldn't really get into detail too much because I was just so mentally drained from watching that. But, the first thing that you did have that does suck in terms of the Rangers' perspective is Darcy Kemper was ready to go for this one, where at first they were supposed to face Johansson, who has not been a good goalie by any stretch of the imagination. He ended up having to come in to make a save due to a fact that Kemper had equipment issues. But that was one thing right off the rip that did suck for the Rangers, that you did have that problem going into it. Some of the positives that you could take away, because I tried to look at some positives. I tried to think some more positives coming away from this one. I guess that one thing, they did do better in the face-off dot, which for whatever reason they lose when they do better in the face-off dot. It makes zero sense. Strome was awful in the face-off circle, though, last night. He was 22%, but the rest of them were pretty solid. Barclay Goodrow going 65, really carrying the load there. Hedel went 50, and then 46 for Mika. So I guess that's one thing that you could say was good about last night, is that in the face-off circle, they were a lot better of a team. Philip Hedel was a lot better last night. Maybe this will be something that sparks him, because we really could use him getting going. Yeah, we've been winning without Hedel, but let's see what we could do with Hedel performing. Mika Zibanejad was shooting the puck more. The team has been winning without Mika shooting the puck and scoring goals. Let's see what the team could do when he's shooting the puck more and scoring goals. He didn't score last night, but I did like that he was shooting the puck a lot more. He ended with 4 shots on goal last night. That is huge for a guy that has not been simply shooting enough and that has not been scoring at the level that we've seen in the past, that Rocket Richard level that we've seen the past 2 seasons. In terms of other positives that you could take away from the game, I mean, Jacob Trouba was just a force out there. Aside from that one goal where he was too busy chirping McDermott and it distracted him from the play, allowing a goal. But either way, the game was completely out of reach by then, to the point where I can't even be too upset. But he has been a lot better. So I guess that's another positive that you could take away from this. In terms of others, I mean, you're very limited there. Except for the fact that the third line really was the only line that was solid last night. They did make some bad passes here and there, but overall, they were just the best line out of all of them last night. The fourth line wasn't terrible, but the top 6 was just awful. The top 6 was a nightmare last night. Making garbage passes, not getting puck possession like we've seen in the past few games. And then realistically, the entire defense alone had a meltdown last night. Jacob Trouba, for as good as he was the best out of the defensemen, which I can't believe I'm saying that. Adam Fox was definitely not the best last night, nor was Ryan Lindgren. But the entire defense just collapsed last night as a whole, both for the forwards and the defensemen. They just, as a unit together, unacceptable performance. And yeah, Huska let in a lot of soft goals, especially that McKinnon goal. That one, I can't believe that still. I can't believe he let that in. Huska let in some very soft goals, but at the same time, he was also left out to dry there. So the Rangers cannot allow those type of opportunities, that many opportunities. They can't allow that. They cannot. But yeah, next game is against Buffalo. I don't really know how Buffalo has been as of late. I know they started off the season actually pretty decent, but they've been treading down ever since. I don't know what their latest games have been like. So lately, they have a 2-0 loss against Anaheim, 6-2 loss against Carolina, 7-4 against the Panthers, 7-4 against Seattle, Detroit 3-2, and then their last win was November 26 against Montreal, a 4-1 win. But that doesn't really say much because before that, they lost to Boston 5-1, lost to Columbus 7-4. We beat them 5-4. Calgary shut them out 5-0, and then the 16th against Pittsburgh, they won 2-1. So this is a team that realistically you should be manhandling and absolutely beating the shit out of. So let's see how the boys respond. If they have another sloppy game, then sure, yeah, you could panic a bit, but I don't see a reason why anyone should be writing off the season and going overboard with the reaction of last night. Yeah, last night I was pissed off, but anyone would be from a 7-4 loss, or a 7-3 loss rather, like I said. So yeah, you can't really Jesus Christ, sorry, I saw something on Twitter. But a 7-3 loss, you can't just off play it like it didn't bother you. It was a bother, but I am confident that the team is going to respond. Both things can be true. You could be pissed about last night's game, but you also could say, hey, the team is a lot better than this. We've seen it. Go out there and perform the way that you have all season. Both things can be true. What you shouldn't do is be like, all right, well, 7-3 loss. We were due for a loss. It is what it is. The team is still good. Let's go out there. No, I don't want any of that. Oh, you know, no off playing it. And then I also don't want, oh my God, here we go. The same old Rangers. They suck. They're going to have another stinker next time out. I don't want either side. I think that you should be right in the middle. Personally, in my opinion, if you want, you have your opinion. But to me personally, I feel like you should be upset about that loss and upset about the effort. But at the end, you move on and they will bounce back. I think that's the mentality that most people should have. That's the one I have personally. I'll respect however you feel, but that's just how I think everyone should be feeling after that. But you guys let me know what you think and how you're feeling the day after here in the comment section. I don't know if my camera's been off all video now and now it's bothering me, but hopefully not. But yeah, if you did enjoy, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new, turn the notifications on. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.